Hi everyone, this is Gail from Gail Julie Makes. I hope you're all doing well. So today I just fancied a simple printing session on the gel plate. This tutorial is suitable for beginners and seasoned gel plate users. It might be something you've tried, it might not. I know we're always experimenting with what we can use on the plate. So today I am going to be working with some crafting keys. These are keys that are made out of metal, and you can get them on places like eBay, things like that. So just Google crafting keys or craft keys, embellishments, something like that, you'll find them. And what I'm doing is just laying down a layer of acrylic. I've just got myself some Galleria acrylic to try, and this is Prussian blue hue. And for those that are new to the plate, it's a bit of a Goldilocks moment with the amount of acrylic you need to use. So you don't want to use too much, you don't want to use too little. If you use too little, it will dry really quickly and you won't be able to pull it very well, especially the way that I'm pulling this one, which is without another layer or without matte medium. So I'm basically making sure I've got enough acrylic on the plate. You don't want too much, because if you have too much, then your brayer is going to go sliding around on it. So are your embellishments. It's just going to be too much to pull. So I'm laying down my craft keys, and I'm doing this really carefully because I don't want them to be sliding around on the plate. I want to make sure, I'm just getting that really defined print from them. So I've got some newspaper print sheets here. These are from a company called Sea White in the UK, Sea White of Brighton. And this is just like newspaper print, and it's great for taking off a layer of paint, and it's economical as well. It wasn't too expensive. So I do like to keep generally my what I would call mask pulls. So the keys are effectively forming a mask at the moment, and I'm pulling that sheet of paint sort of with them still on, so they would be the mask. So I do like to keep those sheets that I pull. They look, they've got quite unusual shapes, but that is a little tip. Maybe keep them for future use. Also, your brayering off sheet, so that you can see here the brayering off section on the sheet. Keep those as well, because so many people use their brayering off sheets to use as collage, or even to, print on top of. Just a little tip for those beginners that are watching. And so I'm taking my keys off carefully now, because I don't want to smudge that layer underneath, and I'm hoping I can pick up some fine detail here. So I'm gonna, annoyingly, I do come in back with my newspaper print sheet here. I obviously wasn't thinking properly at this point, because now I can't keep that print on the side you can see here if I use the other side, but hey ho, the next print I will use rice paper on. And then we can see that Galleria acrylic has pulled pretty well. There are some sort of smudges and some blurry lines from where the keys have moved slightly. But generally, I think it's quite a pretty nice pull for a slightly cheaper acrylic. And I am doing another video, guys, on 7 different acrylics that will be coming up in the next few days. So keep an eye out for that one. If you want to make sure you don't miss that one, just hit the subscribe button and the bell and all notifications, and then that'll let you know every time I've got a video coming out. And this one here is what we call the ghost print. So I've printed onto rice paper the remaining layer, and that's kind of obviously it doesn't pull as much because there's not as much paint to pull. So the one on the right is the original print, and the one on the left is what we call the ghost pull, or the ghost print. So they're also quite interesting to keep for more ethereal prints, I would say. Now, what I've decided to do at this point is come in with my heavy body acrylic. Heavy body acrylic is a longer drying acrylic. So this means I've got more time to lay those keys. I've got more time to pull the keys off, because I don't have to worry about the acrylic drying on the plate so quickly. So even though they are quite expensive, I do advise, once you feel ready and once you're a bit more experienced on the plate, trying to buy yourself some heavy body. So I'm just showing you that newspaper print there. So 100 sheets, high quality newsprint paper. I highly recommend this. I'm not being paid to say that, by the way. That's just my opinion. So yeah, so I do recommend buying some Golden Open or some Liquitex. They are my favourites. I need to get them in so many more colours, but for the moment, they are, for what I want to do with a plate anyway, they are working out really well, especially if you want to do like botanical pools as well. It just means you've got a bit more time to manipulate whatever you're using on the plate. So this was my pool with the Liquitex heavy body, and the detailing on these has come out really well, really defined. I think there's like this one's really nice, and I think there is one that's sort of slightly, this one here, this one has moved across a little bit, but I actually think it looks quite cool. So I'm going to pull the ghost print with some Dina Wakley buff paint here, and that is because the layer is almost dry, so I'm pulling it with a different colour because I need to basically use something to pick it off the plate. If you wanted to just keep that one tone colour, you could pull it with a matte medium and then it would just pull off the Payne's grey. But I just decided to go in with a different colour just to sort of try and make it pop a bit more. So now I'm using my Golden Open acrylic, which is Iridescent Bronze Fine. And this one was recommended to me by another artist. I can't remember her name now, but if I can, I'll pop her name below. But that was very kind of her to offer up that information. And because I want to just have a slightly darker tone, I really wish I bought Golden Open in Payne's Grey, which I will be doing soon when I can afford a few more pennies. But what I'm doing here is just thinking, well, I can mix the two colours together slightly to give me a slightly darker tone. So don't be afraid to mix your colours. You can do that. But what I wanted to do was make sure that I had two light fast colours together. Light fast is basically a rating that you will get to tell you how long a paint will last, or not how long a paint will last, but how long its sort of intensity and its colour will last. So for example, if you are selling a piece to a gallery, or if you're selling a piece in a gallery, or if you're selling a piece of work to someone who's going to hang it in their home, you want to know that those colours aren't going to fade, and that is what the light fast quality is. So Golden Open and Liquitex both have great light fast qualities, so I felt that I could mix those colours and not worry about sort of degrading the paint level any. So that was important to me as well. And so we've got it's, you know, it's still got quite a sheen on it, but it's pulled the detailing really well. You can see there, like, that's the really strong detailing of those keys. So I really do think Payne's Grey Golden Open would pull this beautifully. I'm using rice paper on all of these because I want a collage, or I want the opportunity to be able to collage. So the rice paper is very good to use on wood panels, or just on watercolour paper, in your sketchbook, whatever you want to use. And that's really why I'm pulling without any background colour, because I want to be able to cut these up and add them in as sort of keys, maybe on, you know, different paintings or in artwork. So I don't want to be worrying about the background colour, I just literally want the detailing of the keys. And when you use this rice paper, it will actually kind of, you know, sort of dry quite transparent once you've, apart from obviously the details you've picked up, the background will be transparent. So another little tip here is, for those that like mixed media, if you clean off your keys or your plate with baby wipes, then what you can do is keep these, let them dry, and then use these in your mixed media work as well. So you might want to glue these onto wooden panels, or you might want to use them in a sketchbook. Obviously, if you do mixed media, you know we like our texture. So I'll show you in a second just how well these sort of imprints of the keys can come out. So it's just some really nice little unusual bits of detail in there, in that lovely bronze colour and the Payne's Grey. So I will definitely be keeping that one to see what sort of effects I can get in my mixed media with it. So here's two of the prints together. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it's proved useful. Please do go and check out my other video that will be out soon on the 7 different acrylics that I've tried. And I hope if you're new to the gel plate, you'll carry on enjoying it. If you'd like this tutorial and you would like to see lots more on the gel plate, then please do consider subscribing to the channel. Top left there is my profile picture. If you hit that on the bell and all notifications, that will let you know whenever I've got a new video coming out. And bottom left there is another video that I think you might be interested in. So please do go and check that one out too. Take care of yourselves, guys. Have a great week. Do lots of art, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.